And it's not necessarily you blocking it, but it's things that are in your subconscious mind that are blocking it. And a lot of things that are in your subconscious mind were given to you at a young age by your parents and teachers and grandparents and siblings, and you didn't ask for it, but it was given to you. And you didn't have a mind where you could reject it at that time. So you didn't have a mature enough mind to reject it. So what happened? Do you find being human a little frustrating at times, or do you find yourself getting anxious or experiencing fear at some times? Well, I'm going to help dispel that today, because there's a way that you can control that, and I'm going to share with you in about 60 seconds exactly how you can handle that and get over it for good. So let's just start off with explaining how this works first of all. Think of your mind as being two parts. So you have the captain of the ship being one part, and then the engine room being the other. And here's what happens. The captain of the ship gives the orders, and the engine room does exactly what the captain tells it to. In fact, they can't see anything. They do exactly what the captain says to do, and they do it without question. So they don't question it, they just do it, and they carry out the orders. They could land on the rocks or smash into an iceberg, but they do it. And that's exactly how your mind works. There are two parts of your mind. They aren't separate, they're one, but there's two components of it. And the one part we're going to focus on primarily is that part that we're calling the engine room. It's the subconscious mind. And so here's what's interesting about that aspect of your mind. If you give it the right orders from the captain, then it should follow those orders and give you what you want. So if you're not getting what you want in your life, there's a good chance that you're blocking it. And it's not necessarily you blocking it, but it's things that are in your subconscious mind that are blocking it. And a lot of things that are in your subconscious mind were given to you at a young age by your parents and teachers and grandparents and siblings, and you didn't ask for it, but it was given to you. And you didn't have a mind where you could reject it at that time. So you didn't have a mature enough mind to reject it. So what happened? You just accepted it, and then guess what? You repeat it over and over again. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you do something in your life, you feel stupid about it, and you say to yourself, you idiot. Let's say you use that type of language, and I've heard other people say that kind of language or something like that, but let's say you say to yourself, you idiot, when you do something that's silly or you feel really ashamed about something. Well, here's the thing about that. Your subconscious mind is eavesdropping and listening to you say, you idiot, and every time you do it, you create a pattern. It becomes habitual, because guess what? Your subconscious mind is a habit factory. It will take what you tell it from the captain, from the engineer, from the captain from above, and it will accept it. Right or wrong, good or bad, it will accept it, and it will pave over it. It will make it normal. It'll become habitual. And so every time you do something and say you idiot to yourself, you reinforce it, because like I said, your subconscious mind is eavesdropping. It's listening in all the time, and it doesn't matter how you say it, and if you say it with a lot of emotion, it really gets triggered and it gets installed. So let's talk about the solution now to how you can change your mindset so that you don't repeat this type of language. You kind of put it on the defensive, and you put everything that can go right in front of you. So here's how it works. You need to install new programming. Just like your computer, you install the newest software, you need to install it into your subconscious mind. You installed it when you learned how to ride a bike, you installed it when you learned how to drive a car, you installed it when you learned how to speak a language. It was repetition, 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 repetition. You installed it, installed it, installed it. It's not one installation like a computer. You say, okay, I don't want the old Windows or the old operating system. I'm going to install the newest one, and then you install it and it's done. No. Our mind, the way it works, it's a reinstallation process over and over again. So you have to install it many, many times. So here's what I'm going to suggest to you. If you really, really want to install something in your subconscious mind and really plant it in there so that it germinates, it's a seed, you're going to plant it and it's going to grow. No matter what, something's going to grow, so you might as well plant the stuff that you want. So here's what I'm going to suggest. Plant the seeds that you want. Take a sheet of paper. Write down maybe some bullets, just some words. Maybe maybe there's certain things you want in your life. Maybe you want more love, more money, more business, more health, better health. Whatever those things are, write down 5 to 10 things. And then I would like you to take those 5 to 10 things and create a few sentences out of them. Create a little paragraph, maybe 5 to 10 lines long. That's it. Just write that out. Now, you have it written out, and if you read it over and it really gets to you, you feel it, you can feel it in your heart, and you feel connected, you feel emotionally attached to this idea, to these things you've written down, and you really want them, then I would like you to install it. And here's how we're going to install it. Read these sentences, this paragraph, every day, 3 times a day. Morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night. Why? Because we're installing it, and you have to do it with repetition. Install it as soon as you wake up in the morning, and when you go to bed, and then midday at your lunch break or sometime around noon, install it again. Just get quiet, read it to yourself, get attached to the idea, think about it, maybe envision it, and install it into your subconscious mind. Do that 3 times a day, and it will be installed over a period of time permanently, and it will stick. I'm going to suggest you read it 3 times a day for the next 21 days. 21 days. Why? Because you make a commitment, you do it over that period of time, you'll start to see some changes. It may take longer, but I'm going to say let's start off with 21 days. If you see results sooner, fantastic. I would love for you to get better results. Trust me, this is a proven system. It's not my idea. I borrowed it from the sages and gurus that have come before us, and I'm sharing it with you today. So here's what you can do. Do this for 21 days, morning, noon, and night, like I suggested. Do that practice. And listen, I know you can do this. Just start. Get started. It's the start that stops most people. I haven't given you too much to do. It's just a short task, but if you can do that and get started, I'll help you with the next steps after that. All right, and remember, ask yourself this every day. At the end of your day, ask yourself, did I love, did I laugh, did I learn, and did I serve? And if you did all those, then you're going to feel great.